All right. Let's all take a deep breath together. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is always a joy to gather together for Shabbat and take refuge in its unique tranquility and joy, menucha v'simcha. Our joy is deepened and sweetened this Shabbat as we welcome into the Jewish family our newest member, Katie Weber, Miriam Bat Abraham Sarah. That's right. Her conversion took place this past Wednesday. She will be sharing a Devar Torah with us tonight as a final project for conversion. Miriam, we are overjoyed for you. We are excited for you to teach us, and we are thrilled for all of the joys yet to come in your life as a Jew. We come into each Shabbat with all the varied emotions and thoughts from all the week's events in our lives and our world. This Shabbat, we take a moment to acknowledge, alongside our joy, 3 difficult pieces of news in our people's life. First, 2 young Jewish professionals, Yaron Mashinsky, 30, and Sarah Lynn Milgram, 26, were murdered at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. this past Wednesday. The shooters shouted, "Free, free Palestine." Yaron and Sarah were a couple. Yaron had already bought the ring to propose to her. Sarah and Yaron were both staffers at the Israeli embassy. It appears that the shooter did not know this, but simply knew they were Jews, as the event was not an Israeli embassy event. It was the American Jewish Committee's Young Diplomats reception, billed as bringing together Jewish young professionals and the DC diplomatic community for fostering unity and celebrating Jewish heritage. This celebration turned to tragedy. As the Washington Post editorial board wrote, like others who have targeted Jews over millennia, the shooter ignored their humanity and sought to extinguish the light they brought into the world. Second, 58 hostages remain in captivity in Gaza, kidnapped for living in the modern Jewish Commonwealth. Israel has confirmed that 35 are dead, 20 are believed to be alive, and for 3, there are grave concerns about their welfare. When Israeli-American IDF soldier Eden Alexander was released earlier this month, we celebrated and breathed relief. For the dozens of other hostages' families, how do they breathe? Third, for over 2 months, the Israeli government has blocked all aid into the Gaza Strip. The government has accused Hamas of pillaging aid, though, as the Washington Post notes, Israel has not provided evidence of large-scale theft. On May 13th, the New York Times reported, some Israeli military officials have privately concluded that Palestinians in Gaza face widespread starvation unless aid deliveries are restored within weeks. Many areas of the enclave will likely run out of enough food to meet minimum daily nutritional needs. This week, the government began allowing aid into Gaza again. In Netanyahu's own words, the aid will be minimal. Israeli allies, Canada, Britain, and France, have described this move as wholly inadequate. These decisions by the government do not represent the people. 69% of Israelis support a ceasefire and hostage release deal, including 54% of people who voted for the Netanyahu government. Our hearts break over this deep human suffering among our fellow members of the Jewish people in America and in Israel, and among our neighbors, the Palestinians, who are children of Abraham as we are. We yearn to see repair and to feel hope. So we return to community, to Shabbat, and to our liturgy, to reconnect with the sources of our identity, our values, and our bonds with one another. We will sing Mi Chamocha, the song our ancestors sang after crossing through the Red Sea to freedom, affirming that if our people crossed out of Egypt once, we can do it again. And we will sing in Psalm 96, Shir Ladonai in Kabbalat Shabbat, God will rule the world justly and its peoples in faithfulness. For those who sing Birkat Hamazon, grace after meals, We will praise God as the one who feeds the whole world, who gives bread to all flesh, and as the one who gave our ancestors a land lovely, goodly, and spacious. Judaism shows us that prayers for our people and for all peoples, the particular and the universal, are not either or, but both and. Once we know how suffering feels, we would not want others to suffer, just as we do not want to suffer. We and all deserve the divine Sukkot Shalom, shelter of peace. May our tradition steady us. May our love for each other heal us. As we gather together, even in hard times, perhaps especially in hard times, to celebrate Shabbat, to celebrate community, and to celebrate you, Katie, as the newest member of the Jewish family, may our joy remind us that renewal is always possible. May singing of God's attributes remind us that we can strive to realize these divine values through our own actions. And may our Shabbat tranquility and joy, menucha v'simcha, rejuvenate us to continue the work of repair in the weeks to come. Please join me as we begin our service tonight singing the words of the great mystic Rabbi Nachman of Breslov on the front of your handouts. If you believe that we can damage, believe we can repair. I invite you first to repeat after me. Imata ma'amin, if you believe. Imata ma'amin, if you believe that we can damage, that we can damage. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. We can repair, letaken. We can repair, letaken. Imata ma'amin, if you believe that we can damage. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. We can repair, letaken. Let's sing it again. Imata ma'amin, if you believe that we can damage. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. We can repair, letaken. Repeat after me. Nine, 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 nine. All together. Nine, 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 nine. Let's sing it again. Nine, 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 nine. Imata ma'amin, if you believe that we can damage. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. We can repair, letaken. Imata ma'amin, if you believe that we can damage. Ta'amin, ta'amin, believe, believe. We can repair, letaken. Nine, 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 nine. Nine, 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 nine. Let's all take a deep breath together. And what a great blessing it is just to breathe and to take a deep breath together in community and in love.